over there.
Yeah, on the left side, you can face the garage. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I identified in the disclosures that if the snow builds up enough, when it starts to melt, it'll melt through the bottom there of the siding, because that siding is deteriorated.
Okay.
And so on that side, like I said in the report, we're willing to offer you a credit, but we're not going to fix it.
Okay.
But you could fix it if you wanted to. And regrading the soil doesn't actually apply to the way this was built, because the garage is on a slab. It's not on a foundation like the house is. And when they built this, the slab is flush. You can see it in the front of the garage. The slab is flush with the ground. They didn't build these houses like they build modern houses, where they have a 2-inch or a 4-inch stem wall of concrete before the siding. They didn't build this like that. So regrading it would only expose the slab, in which case you'd have to do some drainage stuff too. Probably a better way to overall fix it would be to put a concrete curb on that side, and then put the siding back up. If we were going to stay here, that's what I would do.
Okay.
But that's the situation with the garage and the inspection report as it pertains to the garage.
Okay, so it's nothing to do with the main house then?
No, it's all the garage. Yeah.
I mean, did it address the main house in that report? I don't remember.
There was one item that came out in the report about the house. So the house is on a raised concrete foundation.
Okay.
And under the house, there are several places where there are 4x4 support posts that are sitting on concrete piers.
Okay.
Right, sort of like in the center of the house, there's a few of those posts. Over time, some of those piers have become buried in the dirt that's under the house.
Okay.
But in 64 years since the house was built, there's no damage. There's no visible damage that either inspector saw with regards to that, because there's never been any water under the house.
Got it.
So that's something they called out as a Section 2 item, where there wasn't any evidence of existing rot due to that exposure. On the garage, it's Section 1 because there's evidence of that rot.
Right.
But under the house, there's no evidence, which is why I declined to fix that option, or that particular thing too.
That's fine. That explains. I just want to make sure the credit. I don't know, not seeing it with what's how much it would cost to put that curbing in or whatever you thought. So I can talk to my agent, and then I appreciate you making that offer. So I'll just figure out what we're gonna do. So,
okay. Well, I'll have them take a picture of that side so you can see. I mean, the side that faces the house, where there's no earth to wood contact, but there's wood to brick contact.
Yeah.
That side of the house does have that side of the garage rather does have some visible damage, because the previous owners had a spa sitting right there, and the chlorine, vapor from the water has deteriorated. I mean, we've repainted over it. We didn't really repair it except to patch it up a little bit when we painted over it. But that damage is visible. It wasn't from earth to wood contact. It was because the previous owners had a spa, and as soon as we moved in, we took it out.
Is there potential that some of this water could intrude in the garage, or some of that damage on that side if we don't do anything?
Yeah, I identified that in the disclosures. If the snow builds up and you don't, I keep the snow clear from the garage, because if it builds up against the garage when it starts to melt, you'll get like a 1/4 inch of water in the garage sometimes. If the snow's like 4 feet high in our backyard.
Is that the whole garage or just portion of it?
It's just really the side of the garage. It's this side of the garage that faces the house. The water will flow as the snow melts if you don't keep it clear, and I keep it clear. But if you don't keep it clear, it'll melt into the garage. It'll cover like about the first half of the floor, and then it sort of drains out the front door, the garage door. It just drains out into the driveway if you don't keep it clear.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just have him take a picture, and then my son-in-law is he's very good at different things. I might just see. I'll have him look at the pictures and see, like, if he, he can say, yeah, this is fine, or yeah, I can fix that, or
Okay.
So great.
Yeah. I mean, I did the repairs on the back side of the garage. I did myself. Me and a buddy did it in a weekend. So it's relatively straightforward. There's no structural damage. It's just pull off the old siding and then replace about the bottom 5 pieces of siding, essentially. That's what it is.
Okay.
And then repaint.
All right.
And then repaint it.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds,
Appreciate that.
sounds good, buddy.
All right.
I'll call you in a little bit. You have an appointment at 12:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you after that.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Got it, thanks.
All right, thanks, John. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So,
So where was the hot tub?
the hot tub is sitting right here.
Oh, the hot tub was here.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
As a result, the chlorine deteriorated
Okay.
this siding
And what
here.
kind of wood is this? Do we know?
It's just pine.
Okay, just pine.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
pine.
You can
I
get
mean,
it
you
down.
could replace. I used a composite when I redid the house. I mean, you could redo it with a composite. if you
Oh,
wanted to,
okay.
but
Make
when
it
I
all
did-
look the same.
When I did this repair back here,
Yeah.
I just used pine.
Okay. So and you
These
got
are
that
all-
at Meeks?
These are all new, and I just got it at Weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So that's pine. That's fine. That's
It's just
easy.
pine
Enough.
siding.
That's
yeah.
easy enough to do.
And then if you want to look, let's go inside for a second. I can show you what I did to waterproof it.
Okay.
So I put in a steel
Oh, I see.
barrier. That steel it's 18 inches and it goes 6 inches into the ground on the
Oh,
outside.
okay. Okay.
And
That's
then I
along the
also-
whole back or what?
Just along the whole, it's along the whole back. You can see
Okay.
it. And then I put Tyvek on top of that,
Okay.
and then I put the new siding on,
And then there was no problem with that.
right. So just because I did not used to clear the snow back here, and it would
Yeah. No kidding.
up to the roof sometimes,
Sure.
right? And when it melted, it would drain in. through
Okay,
here,
but
'cause
once that
siding
was in there,
bad.
nothing.
Doesn't do that now.
Okay.
You can see there's a little bit of daylight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it sort of drains along here is what happens.
Okay. So if he yanked the wood off that, then he would probably be better off going ahead and putting that. Where'd you get the sheet? The metal?
Meeks from Meeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it all from Meeks, basically.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
then let's go on the other side where you can see
Okay.
the original thing that the inspector called out. Let's go this way. That gate.
Oh, I might not make it over that.
How are you gonna do that now?
I'm gonna give you the phone.
Come back, watch this screw guy
Here.
Okay.
coming out of that shelf.
What's that?
right there. You almost caught it with your
Oh, okay. Okay.
Here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I don't clear the snow over here all that much.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
as a,
That's fine.
oops, sorry. As a consequence, when the
So-
snow starts to melt, so this is it's damaged because of the snow melt.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so
All right, so you can yank that off up to probably about here, I guess, huh?
Yeah, here, like
Yeah.
four. Like
Yeah.
one,
But
two,
like
three,
John
four.
was saying, if you don't try to clear the dirt off, it's gonna do it again.
Right.
Well, if you keep the snow.
But
off
he's
it-
not going to come back here and start digging snow. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it either.
No,
you
so
could
but
do
just
the-
yank those off.
And you could do the same thing I did back here.
Exactly.
Just put metal down.
That's what I would do.
Tyvek down.
I'd do it all the way around on this side and the other side.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. You just yank, just pull these off. Is that what you did? Or
Yeah, you just pull, just
Dennis, use the phone so you can show it.
Huh?
Phone.
I did.
take a picture of it.
Yeah, we're just taking a
Okay.
little video so you can understand. So, Dave will take this off. This one about 1, 2, 3, 4 high, and then he installed a metal.
Yeah, it's just a roll of steel. I just rolled it.
a roll
out.
of steel.
Yeah.
Okay, we took a picture of that in the garage, and just do this whole length here, and bring it down 6 inches, and you're not going to have any water issues on the inside. I do it on both sides of the garage too. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's all we need.
Okay.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screws right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back in the garage real quick and show you that steel.
I did get it, but
Okay, well, let me just do it one more time. Okay. So you can see, let me get out of the, see the metal there? Okay, it's down below the framing there. So we'll do it in the whole side there, it'll be fine. Okay? Let me give this back to Mary Lee. Okay, here you go. You can take this one. All right, cool,
Do you have any
guys.
questions about any of the other?
No,
It's
that was
just the-